Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the LSPL TGA coverage on LPLEN. I am Nick Taste Majako. Soldier kind of died on us.
Rest in peace, Soldier. Always in our hearts.
I've still got my boy Razzle Plasma over here helping me out through this. We've still got one game, maybe two of this set left, and a complete other set before the day is over. So it's been a long 6 hours so far.
Yeah, you're a soldier. Some would even say soldier.
Been a long 6 hours, but we'll hope, hopefully that we get rolling, finish it out very strong, and just have a good time doing it. So, Soldier's leaving, so that means the butt of my jokes is pretty much gone, so I guess my humor is completely out the window, Razzie.
I'm so sad. I feel like...
What do I do? What do I do?
The puns are dead with Soldier. Soldier, it's all dead. Rest in peace.
It's like, he's the butt of 90% of my jokes. God bless his soul. He's such a very nice person, but I love that guy. And I'm always joking, of course. I don't mean any of the things I say.
Of course.
We're in a picks and bans here, so I guess we should probably talk about the game a little bit. Let's see. Rengar banned out, TF banned out, looks like Zillion banned out, and then Zed, Lucian, and Gnar. This is the first time Gnar has been banned and wasn't able to be picked all day in every single game.
Really surprising, because Gnar is such a strong pick. Super good. It's definitely as good as the Zillion ban, but Gnar just provides too much pressure with the amount of gold that he gets. Even if you deny Gnar, he will just build tanky, and he will just do as he'll just provide the CC that he's always had. So his kit itself is just super strong. And we have the picks coming out here.
Yeah, look at these. We get to see the Ezreal again. We get to see the Jace. Shock Blast. We're seeing all these siege compositions. The question is, will they lock them all in? Kha'Zix has been pretty much picked every single game today. It's always been either Janna, Morgana, or Nami in the bottom lane. So the Thresh is definitely. We saw Thresh in one game earlier as well. So refreshing to see him come back into play. One game of Maokai earlier. But you know what?
I'm not so go on.
A lot of common picks that we've seen all night.
Yeah. See, I'm not so sure how Thresh is. I forgot about... Has he been banned often? Because I feel like, during the group stages he's been banned so much, but I guess they've just been letting him through. And
he's been a couple times.
Oh, I see here. Now, the Ezreal pick, by the way, is something that's been seen a lot this tournament. He's getting really famous. Like, I feel like the fame really started in Korea. Korean solo queue, and now he's starting to find some shine here in China. It's really nice.
It's almost as if he belongs in a museum. So we get to see an old-fashioned matchup: Janna Ezreal versus Thresh Graves. I think it's season 2, man.
I never would have thought I would be seeing this matchup in this day and age. Like Graves, Ezreal, about a month or two ago, I would have just laughed at the possibility of these picks being played out. And it's not even of course, it's TGA kind of amateurish scene, but these are legitimate picks. These are really good picks. I actually agree with these picks, and it's surprisingly so. So we have the Janna Ezreal comp, so that bot lane's actually really strong. His Q is going to be hitting for a ton. That truck is going to be smashing Graves, but Graves has that innate tankiness, and he has
a cigar too.
Nice cigar. Does he still have that cigar? I've been hearing about people removing it, and I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he should have it. He's a good guy. He's got the cigar.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Oh, you know what he does, because that's his old splash art. So he's got the cigar up and ready going on this Chinese Tencent client right there. So we're good and rocking. These compositions both actually look really solid. Which one do you think is better?
Good question. I'm liking the Lissandra pick. I will actually... It's so hard because I feel like in the early game, for instance, the first dragon, I think Vici Gaming has the advantage in that one. Once the first dragon comes through, they have the most level 6 spike I have seen in a while. For instance, they have the best level 6, and then you'll look at the scaling kind of comp coming out of Grey Wolf, and they'll be looking to get that game rolling on a little longer, so their poke means something. And of course, they have Rise in their back pocket, so once that game goes on for like 20, 30 minutes, he's gonna be running at you at full speed. It's I kind of like how I like Rise's running animation. It's actually hilarious. I hope they don't change it.
I'm actually walking, but I'm walking a little bit faster, so it looks like I'm running. Yay!
Exactly. Have you seen the? It was on Reddit. It was basically it was some stupid AD Rise video, and it just showed like Rise, but like in a custom skin, so he looks like a bowl of rice.
A bowl of rice.
I'm not even kidding. I thought that was the most. It was so stupid. I looked at that. I never understood the meaning of it, and then after a while, I was like, "Oh, bowl of rice, bowl of rise," because rice and rise is basically the same thing. I thought it was really stupid, but the fact that someone like spent that much time on the skin, it was hilarious. And as tempting as it is, I probably will hold off on the skin. I like my Professor Rise.
I feel you, buddy. I feel you. Okay, so what we got here? I feel like this could be the first time tonight we actually get to see a Game 3 because, you know, with Lysandra, I really like Vici Gaming's composition this time on blue side. I really do. It seems like Lysandra is doing just kick-ass stuff all the way through every single time we see it. So with that spectral right, you know what I mean? So we get to see it again. I don't think they won last time when they had Lysandra pick, did they?
No, because they fell way too far behind.
That's
but
right.
they were.
I don't know. I feel like Vici Gaming is going to take this one. We're going to get a Game 3.
Yeah.
As much as I, you know, do want these sets to finito so I can sleep Reno, but I think it would be cool to see a Game 3, especially in this set because this is arguably the closest one that we've had all day.
Yeah, I'm really liking this. Even though it's not the same level of play of EDGF and Team Me, surprisingly. You never know what you're gonna get because everyone downplayed Team Me, and you know what you got? You got some amazing plays. So let's look at these analyze them a little bit. You never know what we're gonna find here. We might find the diamond in the rough for your
like
Aladdin reference, like a box of chocolates.
But you say you never know what you're gonna get, and you go with diamond in the rough over box of chocolates from Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Flazzy, what are you going on with in that?
I liked Aladdin a little better than like Forrest Gump. I don't know, man. I haven't watched Forrest. I feel like I've watched. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this because I know I watched Forrest Gump like more than once, but probably not in completion. So I can say in completion I've watched it once.
I think the last time I watched Aladdin was in like I want to say 2001.
2001.
So, I don't remember.
Oh god, that's too long. You gotta get back at it.
What
don't
watch in that movie.
Don't watch the sequels and the trequels. I don't know what you call them afterwards, but there are too many Aladdin movies. Yeah.
Quadriquels.
You always gotta go with the original one.
Real's always best, except in the case of Dumb and Dumber. It's actually kind of hard to dispute. I went to see Dumb and Dumber 2 this past evening with a few buddies of mine, and for a sequel, it really matches up to the original very well. I thought it might have been, you know, just as funny. It was really freaking hilarious. But that's another discussion for another time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I'll have to actually watch this. I haven't actually watched it. But we do have standard level ones here. Just defensive ones, though. It looks like they're just smacking each other in the face. Like, a bit disrespectful.
Like, hey, auto attack, auto attack, auto attack, auto attack. Oh, you're going to sit there and taunt? I'm going to go auto attack.
All that disrespect. Oh, they did see this ward coming in, though. It's a really good idea for the jungler to get that early sweeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh my stream so I can catch up to you a tiny bit.
Oh god, the stream battles, the synchronizing battles are strong with this one.
Yeah, this used to be the problem that Hugo and I would always have, but you know, looks like it's fixed. So I'm at about 1 minute and 20 seconds right now, so hopefully we're caught up fairly well. You know what I mean? It's refreshed a little bit.
Oh, nice.
So we might be good. Who knows? But we got some pretty nice lanes. Looks like we're not going to see any 1v2, you know, 2v1 setups. So standard lane matchups going to be good. And we saw the standard Maokai versus Rise matchup a while ago, and it led to one of the big. It was like tank on tank. Nobody ever died up there. It was, I do believe, was it Eternal? Was it Clown, I think?
Yeah, it was Clown,
He
Eternal,
just get
whatever.
destroyed.
He just
Poor
like, it
guy.
was completely fine with him until he decided the tower wasn't even a thing. He was like, "What's a tower? Oh, oh,
I guess
that's a
I'll die
tower."
4 times.
Yeah. Oh god.
Baby.
What's the worst that could happen? Oh right, that could happen.
That just destroyed. That just destroyed poor little CDK. He just kept diving every time. Each
Oh,
game, each 2 games, they have like 2 or 3 poorly executed dives that just killed 1 or 2 of their members. It was just terrible.
oh well. Oh well, the trades are coming down pretty strong in the bot lane. It really should be going in the favor of, like, okay, for the burst potential, the first couple levels, maybe 3 levels, I would say it goes for Graves Thresh. But in the end, like 4 to 6, it goes in favor of Ezreal Janna, in my opinion,
Yeah, I
anyways.
feel.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that AD caster type of guy in Graves who's just trying to, just wreck away with the buck shots and good stuff all day long. So
Hmm.
it's just a boy lane. It really is for the most part. But we see a little bit of engagement in the middle lane.
Ooh, I don't know about
Ignite's
this.
already out. So that's Ignite already down. Jay's getting a little bit preemptive with that one. So now
Yeah.
he's gonna know he doesn't have that for a future engagement for a while. Teleport's still up for the Lissandra. Double teleports, as a matter of fact, on that team because they have it on the Maokai as well. So can kind of have a mismatched engagement if they play their cards right on that one.
Oh goodness. I guess Lysandra has drank. Yeah, she drank all her pots off of that engage. I don't know if it was worth it. Probably not. Um, Bot lane seems to be turning. Ezreal's able to get CS back. Oh, was there just an attempt in the? I guess. I guess we'll never know if there was an attempt of gank in mid lane.
I love these games because everybody like just desperately doesn't want to be the person that gets first blooded or is part of the first blood.
Yeah.
Like, I will do anything to not be that first blood because if you're that first blood, your team's just looking at you like, really, dude.
Exactly.
Really?
That's what I was thinking.
We were all doing fine, and you just had to go do that.
I can just imagine it in unison, like the moment the first blood comes down. If there were on land, I'm sure this is online. They would just all turn in unison at the one guy who got the first blood, and it's just the shame that comes from it.
The look of shame, the stink eye. You get the stink eye whenever you get first blood, and that's what happens in Chinese League of Legends. But, 5 minutes in just about, 440, still no first blood, so looks like they're playing their cards right this time, going for that little bit of a lane gank.
Ooh!
Flag and Drag doesn't actually get any knockups. Exhaust is taken away onto Graves. No casualties, despite a lot of things being burned, but
That was a really, really good Thresh Lantern for the gank. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the death sentence on either Janna nor Ezreal. He probably should have aimed for the Janna because Janna's a little bit more immobile in that sense, but I guess whatever. It worked out. With the threat, it's hard to say. There's now that constant threat in the bot lane that Jarvan might come against, so they're going to be playing a little bit more passively.
yes, they are. We talk about how every matchup we had of Kha'Zix, like 90% of our jungle matchups today have been Kha'Zix versus Jarvan. It might even be every single jungle matchup. I don't think we've had a single other jungler, have we?
No, actually, that's actually that's a really good point.
Kha'Zix and Jarvan.
I'm trying.
So it's
yeah.
always been who can gank more than the other one, and generally it's been the Kha'Zix, but this time an early lead, going over to the J4 Man of the Ages. Well, we might see that come to an end right here. Kha'Zix looking for a play in the mid lane. There is no ward coverage.
There has been a Rengar actually. That's one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Have to remember
I
that.
forgot. There's a level 6 though, so the root coming out, just gonna jump away, no casualty, no concern, no risk. Don't even worry about it. Still a tie game here, 7.7k all. 6 minutes in, still no first blood. The longest first blood we've been without was like 9 minutes was the first blood. So, see if we can reach that marker or get past it this time around. But I expect teams to go for the dragon play here in the next minute or two.
Yeah, definitely. It should, as I said earlier, it should be in the advantage of the Graves team of what's their name, Vici Gaming. The comp is just really good with level 6, while Grey Wolf wants to scale a little bit more before picking their fights. And they're all
Yeah, they know they've
6.
got that mid-game turret siege.
Yeah, I guess they're just waiting on the bot lane to get 6 before even making that attempt.
Oh, the Death Sentence lands onto the poor little Ezreal, but the double knock-up with the Tornadic Fun Time secures his safety, and he's able to escape.
Tormanic fun time. That's actually pretty. I'm gonna steal that from you.
Go ahead, man.
If anyone asks.
Everything that I say is public domain. Except for that.
Alright.
And that. And that. Alright, so we got Lissy taking up the blue buff here. Clearing out jungles, camping it up. 3 tiers being stacked currently on the side of the guys at Grey Wolf. So they've got a little bit of practicing to do, you know what I mean? Just farming up those creep waves, get those tiers stacking up, and get as much as they possibly can. Meanwhile, J4 looking for some plays on the mid lane. They've been trying to gank. They've only ganked each other. Each lane has been ganked. Like Jarvan ganked bottom lane, that's it. Kha'Zix ganked mid lane, that's it. They've just been focusing on their jungle patterns, trying to do as much as they can in that regard to farm. And it's only 33-23, definitely a big lead for Kha'Zix in this matchup. 8 minutes in, still in first blow. We've only got 1 minute to go before we pass the mark.
Jarvan's been trying to get something off. He has been seen through wards in the mid lane, unfortunately, but they invested for a pink now. So, unless if Grey Wolf decides to go in and clear that one out, it seems like a gank should be inevitable, or at least just enough pressure to push Jace out from farming effectively. He's already like 20 CS behind, so that's kind of unfortunate.
Lanterns be like, yo, see what you're doing.
I see you.
Like it. I don't like it. I don't like what you're doing in there. I don't. So we got a little bit of poke. Look at our CS. Well, funny that you brought it up. 9 CS up top before the rise in favor. The jungle again is the big one. About 10 in favor of the Kha'Zix, despite them both ganking a fairly equal amount of time. Jarvan wasting his time a little bit in mid lane. A pretty big discrepancy, almost 20 in the mid lane. So pretty big in favor of the Lissandra, but it's really hard to beat Lissandra in that farming contest because she can bully you with that free ability she has every, I think, 17 or so seconds. And then 12 in the bottom lane, 13, you know, it just keeps on averaging out, but we'll steady out a little bit more as we go on. Not counting, of course, the, I think, well, does that count? I think it does count the relic shield stuff.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. The question is, are we going to see a little bit of a dive or just ward coverage by this Jarvan? It looks like it's just ward coverage. But a jump back up in the mid lane, Ignite is taken away to Lissandra, flashing away. One auto attack.
There we go.
And his team is just like, really, bait? Really? And now it's a dragon fight. Teleport comes in up from top on Rise. He's got all the AoE just blowing. The box comes out. Cataclysm stack as well. Rise goes down. Now Ezreal jumping over the wall. So it is a 1-for-1 trade, ladies and gentlemen. Dragon is still up and full and strong.
See, I was just about to say, I don't understand why they wanted to contest that dragon. Not only did... Like, I understand that Lissandra went down, and that would be a good idea for them to maybe, like, do something about it, but that's still a massive level 6 team. Like, that power spike is simply too much. Even if you do exhaust the Graves will do a lot of damage out of his exhaust, and they're just simply sitting on too many tiers on that team. That's not, literally have no items on them. That's 2 longswords for each Kha'Zix and Jace, while like Ezreal is still sitting on a Doran's Blade. So I don't understand the reasoning behind that. They lost a lot on that one.
Yeah, you can see it now. They're hitting a little bit on the goal. What could have been a lead for them in a turn of the tides. Still 300 in favor of the side of Vici Gaming. True Shot Barrage clearing out the waves, but that does look like it didn't. I was going to say, that does look like it averaged out the CS a little bit, but I realized, no, it didn't. It just made it worse. So,
I think the funniest thing about I don't know, maybe it was just the way you said Vici Gaming, but it sounded like Vegeta Gaming, and I just...
Vegeta Gaming.
Vegeta Gaming. I just love it.
Vegeta Gaming.
Oh, God. Well, Rise is doing really well for himself, at least in this lane.
Oh, man. Every time I hear Vegeta, I think about this project I was giving. It was a cybersecurity awareness thing that I was doing for a bunch of, it was, teenagers and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, sorry, language. But
teenagers.
And I was like, how can I relate here?
Mm-hmm.
So, with every picture, I would put a GIF of Vegeta just blowing the crap out of a computer. We just blow it up like a nuclear bomb. Every single picture is just like blowing the shit out of it. I was like, that totally helps me relate. And you know what? Every single kid in that room just laughed their behinds off.
Oh god.
So, it helps you relate, man. It helps you relate.
Why you gotta do that, Vegeta? Oh, it looks like they're going straight back for the dragon. Yeah, they shouldn't contest it. They really shouldn't.
They do have their items finished up a little bit here. You know, they got those 2 mana munes.
It still isn't.
From Rise.
It still isn't sufficient enough. I mean, they're going for a pick now. They're basically goading them to be able to like come in, but that's actually really smart from Kha'Zix to be able to.
Ooh! Deathbend's knockup from the Tornadic Fun Time doesn't quite have any dice. Their Dragon's actually being engaged here. Will they get the steal? I don't think so. They don't have the ward coverage on it. So it looks like Dragon, nice zoning potential from the smoke screen of Graves, and they'll be able to secure the Dragon and themselves a 1,000 gold lead. But now, turret goes down in the mid lane, so I guess a trade for a trade. So they're going to try to swarm here. That's pretty low HP bars. Box comes out for zoning potential. Cataclysm as well. They're trying to do as much as they can. Graves is caught in the Cataclysm, trying to duke it out, and it looks like so far it's a little bit of a 1-for-1. All of the HP bars are low. 2-for-1. 3 up, try it up, 2-2, and now blinking HP bars for the side of Vici Gaming. They've got to get the hell out of dodge. It's 3-3 on kills, and it is 18.3, 17.9, so 400 gold separating these teams. It's still too close to call.
See, that was very interesting because Graves decided to trap himself in that Cataclysm only because just to aid his team in picking off the Chase, and I forget who else it was on that, who was inside that Cataclysm. But they were able to do it successfully. But they were split up. I think, honestly, Grey Wolf played that superbly well. They weren't even trying to, so far as contest Dragon. They were trying to push, like, get as much time as possible down so they can push the mid lane and maybe converge. And it worked out. They could have possibly done a little better if they had, like, due to execution issues. But that was pretty well played, actually.
You've shown. So now we get to go back to the old grind of sitting and waiting for another engagement to start. Dragon was down, you know. It's like 300 gold separate these teams. They're not going to fight until another objective comes up that they want to take. You know, you saw Grey Wolf took down the mid lane tier 1 turret, so now that's going to open up the map to them entirely. But, you know, objectives, Dragon is down, Baron's not even up yet, nor should they be taking it. So I think we're going to wait a while, at least, you know, a few minutes before we get to see anything more of all that fun time. But we might see a lane gang from J4, so good to see Dark Side coming in through the bottom lane. But at the same time, Kha'Zix's making a swing up top to try and cover out his poor little Rise so he can back.
That is warded though, so it shouldn't be successful, but we'll find out. Oh, the TP coming in.
TP from Lysandra, it's a double up trade, it's a 2-on-2.
She ulties herself.
Coming up. Oh man, that's going down. Rise picks up one, now Lysandra trying to pick up one. Rise and Lysandra each with a kill, but here comes Master Jace. Flash away from Lysandra. Got to keep it up and keep it chugging. Jace, the little engine that could and did. 5-4, making a nice little 2-for-1 engagement. And now the bottom lane gank did fail. The turret is still alive. They can wave clear. And this tier 1 top lane actually might be going down here.
That was such an unfortunate ulti from Lysandra. I'm not sure if that was a misclick because she was on top of everyone. It was a clustered area. But instead of ulting either Kha'Zix or Rise, she ultied herself. So she denied herself from outputting more damage, while at the same time allowing the both of them to put even more so damage on the Maokai. It was... I don't think it was purposeful. I think it was just an accident in targeting. That was just unfortunate.
So now we have a 200 gold lead, 300 gold lead open up for Grey Wolf. So we've just been in the deficit. We're only 16 minutes in, so we've got a whole heck of a lot of game to be played here, but we've had 3 gold swings already just in this, you know, pretty short, even more gold swings in the amount of time we've played. So it's only 5-4 in kills, you know. Dragon should be up in like a few minutes, 3 or 4, something like that. I don't even know. Don't care. This middle lane tier 1 turret definitely looks like it is the next targeting question for Vici Gaming, though.
Yeah, it looks like Vegeta Gaming. I love just saying it.
Vegeta!
Vegeta!
Hey, Vegeta!
Get into the middle lane, Vegeta.
Abridged?
Yes, I have actually.
Hey,
I haven't seen it completely though.
And this is Vegeta.
Nappa has to be my favorite side character, even
I
though you
love
can barely
Nappa.
call him a side
I
character.
love Nappa.
I just wanted to see Nappa turn into a Super Saiyan. Like, what would happen? Like,
I don't
he...
think it's possible. You know, it's like you can't imagine something like that.
It's just like they will never give you that opportunity anymore because of, like, I guess he died. So it's like, no. What will happen if a old man turns into a Super Saiyan?
Poor guy. Oh man,
Oh,
the ledge. He's trying to get out of there. Graves trying to get out with his life. Where's that true shot barrage when you need it? Still on cooldown. That's gotta hurt.
rest in peace.
Dragon is up in 1 minute and 15 seconds, so you know, looks like GW now have a potential way to gain map control and kind of eke themselves into position for that one and make Vici Gaming come from behind a little bit. Or they'll try to catch out Thresh with his brush, but he's just chilling by the red buff. Jump up and in. Box makes an appearance as well. Get out of dodge. That is right. True Shot Barrage basically zones him out. Grey Wolf forced to flash.
This game is slowly but surely turning into Grey Wolf's favor. This is the scaling that we were talking about. Like,
It's true, it is.
they just needed to wait on the scale, and not only did they wait on the scale, they didn't take the bait that Vici Gaming was so obviously trying to force, which was the dragon fight. They wanted that dragon fight. They really needed that dragon fight. And I was like, if you're not gonna fight for us in dragon, we're just gonna take a free dragon. And then yeah, it was like Grey Wolf was like, I don't think so. We just got a turret and we got a few kills. And although it was a trade overall, they still forced a trade. In a scaling composition, it worth. Hashtag worth.
Rise has a 30 CS lead on his counterpart. Once he gets rolling, that's pretty much gonna be. It might be all she wrote for Vici Gaming. We'll have to see how they handle and play. Dragon is up and live. They've taken map control. It's almost as if Grey Wolf actually surrendered it to them.
I think
so it's going to get melted very quickly. It doesn't look like Grey Wolf's going to have a chance, but they do want to fight. The teleport's coming in.
Yeah, they can fight.
Advance as well, and they're totally going in for this. That's going to be the Monsoon being used up. Cataclysm about a several, and look at the collateral damage from Graves just wrecking them all. Wrecking Ralph all the way across. Shock Blast trying to get a kill desperately, but it's just blinking bars, and that is not enough at the end of the day. And it's just not turning out well. So far, it is a 2-4-3, and now the chase is on. It's going to keep going. 2 for 3.
Okay, just right when I say that. Here's the thing, even though they did take the bait in the dragon fight, honestly, they could have won that one, and they should have won that one. I think Grey Wolf should have been able to take out that dragon fight, even though they're still scaling. They were at that point in which they could have won. Unfortunately, the camera didn't capture it all that well, but Thresh did hook in Chase, and that was what pretty much spelled defeat for them on that one.
So with that dragon, they take the turret, and this gold lead, it's 2-2 on turret, so it's really starting to open up for Vici Gaming. Vegeta Gaming.
Vegeta Gaming.
Vegeta Gaming.
Vegeta!
We're still only 7-7 on kills 20 minutes in here, so, you know, the last game we played with these two teams, it was a lot more, there was a lot more kill participation by this time, I do believe, so.
It was just because of the idea of the compositions themselves, though. Like, this time, I feel like I'm starting to, like, blob all of these Ezreal games together. It's hard to really say which Ezreal game is which. My mind...
I feel like I'm starting to blob all these games together because they have every single champion that's been played in every single game. It's just killing me. It's like, well, did he play that, or was it the other guy when they switched sides?
It really does show which is just so popular now. The Ezreal, the Ryze, the Kha'Zix, the Jarvan.
I like when you say Kazakhs. You got that Canadian Kazakhs.
The Kha'Zix.
Kazakhs. You know, you got the Jatway that sounds like you're from Boston when you say Kazakhs.
The Kha'Zix.
He says Kazakhs. You can say Kazakhs. You can say Kazakhs. You can say Kaziks.
Kha'Zix. Or someone who's like really trying hard, just be like Kha'Zix.
Or you can say Kazikes.
Kha'Zix.
Kazikes.
I don't think anyone would. You know what?
I'm just a fan. I like saying Kazakhs.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes I'll catch myself pulling the jet and going Kazakhs.
Kha'Zix.
Kazakhs. Crazy Wolves want a beta fighter. They're just gonna keep trying to go. Holy lordy!
Vici has a lot of war pressure on that side. They should not be playing that game. Here it comes. Oof. Okay, disengaged.
Good disengage with the tornadic foot.
Oh!
They actually might want to go for this. Look at the damage. Jump up and in. He's going to use the Zonias up, and he might have his artificial Zonias on his ultimate as well, so he'll use that one. Jump up. Grey Wolf's just getting annihilated. They might try to pick up one kill, but it's not going to be anything worth compared to what they're going to lose right now. They're just getting wrecked. So far, it's a 1 for 3. Soon to be a 1 for 4. Soon to be a 1 for 5. And that's going to be a 1 for 4. Bye-bye, Jana. 1 for 5.
Dear God, dear
Big
God.
with the
Like,
ace.
that is just Lissandra right there. She can bait anyone in because she takes herself out of the fight for so long. Just Zonia, she ulties herself and suddenly like, oh, why are we in this fight anymore? I don't remember. Because we're suddenly so, like, in old age. We're 80 years old, just waiting to, like, just auto-attack this Lissandra once. Nope, it's not happening. You're already dead. She just kills you due to, like, just waiting. That's it. It's sad, really.
And they're getting worse. We're 6k gold behind now. It's still only 3-2 in turrets, 12-8 in kills, but 6k gold drawing further and further back. And we're only 23 minutes in. So, you know, they've got the Rise, they've got the Jace Ezreal, they've got all that late game cutting potential, blah, whatever you want to call it. You know, we thought it was starting to kick in earlier, but now you're seeing Rise 1 in 5. You know, Ezreal's 0-1 in 5, which isn't terrible, but it's not fantastic. He could be doing so much better. Could have all those kills instead of assists. So. And now it looks like Jana might be getting caught out, but ultimate already being used up.
I'm not.
Up and done. Oh man, those crits! Golly, jeepers!
Jana
just getting destroyed.
I feel like I'm just gonna say it. Time is not the best Lissandra player. That's the second time she's ultied herself where she should have just ultied the other target. It made the assassination a little bit more difficult. But it worked out anyways. So I don't know. I guess the criticism is unfounded.
Well, I think if we're going to give MVP performance right now, it definitely goes to this Graves over here. 8-0-4, out-CSing his counterpart by 20. And really just he's going into their team. He's jumping into the Cataclysm every fight. He doesn't give two, man. He's just like, attack me, and I'll lifesteal and kill you. And he does. He really does. 6K, 7K, whatever you want to call it, their gold lead is now. And it looks like Vici Gaming are definitely in control of this one easily. They could probably take this one home.
It's
going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for Grey Wolf to come back.
It's just like it's as if every team fight, he's like, oh, you think I'm stuck in here with you? You're stuck in here with me.
That's a good Graves.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people will say otherwise.
24-24. That is the time of the game. 24-24.
There we go. It's about time that Ezreal got his Iceborne Gauntlet. This is actually pretty damn key to that team comp. And here comes the pause, which is perfect because now I can explain what this means to them. Now that Ezreal, okay, 5 seconds there. There, all right. Well, Ezreal,
you got time.
Yeah, Ezreal getting the Iceborne Gauntlet means that it's a lot easier for Poke to come down from Jace. It's just a combo problem now, but looks like they sweeped a lot of wards in the Baron area. They can probably get something.
That sentence does not land. I thought that was gonna be. I thought it was honestly going to be Grey Wolf trying to bait a fighter, maybe sneak a Baron whenever GV went for the Dragon buff. So, Dragon buff, speak of the devil, is live and well and ready to go die and give some team gold. We'll see which one of these teams goes for it. It's probably going to be initiated on by Vici Gaming. But all the while, it's the retreat. Holy lordy. Death Sentence does land. They're going to try to go, and this could be This could be the key on the red side. Can they do anything to stay alive? That's going to be the Zonias. No ultimate, I do believe. Down goes. Jace picks up one. Lissandra goes down as Graves trying to do down. Can he lifesteal up? Yes, he might be able to just for a little bit, but he ends up falling in the end. And now it's little Kha'Zix, little Rise trying to do as much as they can, and that could actually be very good. That's the ace. Down goes Vici Gaming. They finally got it. They finally got the fight they wanted. They finally made it work. A fight that was initiated by Vici Gaming. Grey Wolf got him, caught him, and killed him.
That's actually extremely surprising. I guess Rise and Kha'Zix is really starting to scale out right now. And Ezreal's positioning in that fight was actually super well. He was moving in to assassinate rather than to kite, which was actually really surprising. But it worked out for them. It looks like this team is actually starting to open the gates. I mean, open the door. Opening the gates is a completely different thing. I need to, like, stop myself from using that term.
Yeah. You know, I don't think we should really get ahead of ourselves and call this, like, is the game, have the tides turned completely to where Grey Wolf's now in control? I think maybe they just got a little bit. I feel like Graves got very greedy in that fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he really did. But maybe if he stops playing like so greedy, like a greedy mofo, maybe the fights go back in favor easily of GV. But could cost him more and more. Pings go out on that Baron. This game is still relatively close, despite being 5K out, 15 to 13 kills, 4-2 on turrets, and we're at the point, 27 minutes, where a fight lost is going to cost you maybe an inhib, maybe a couple 3 turrets. So
Yeah,
looks like Grey Wolf
definitely.
going for potential mid lane push. They want to try to fight again if they can. Teleport's coming in from Lissandra. Bait that up and get out. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
They just have a lot of disengage on this team. Like, Grey Wolf can do what they want. And honestly, they just reached their massive spike. Their tiers are stacked. Except for Rise, they can fight this now. Jace and Ezreal are really
That's already
strong.
one going down, though. Lissandra's about to die. Rise picks up 1 kill on a Jarvan. They're going to try to keep on fighting here, but gets caught up. Rise goes down. This is the fight transition. It's a 1-for-2 right now. And it looks like Vici Gaming in pretty good position as they're going to go ahead and retreat. So take the one fight, back off, go farm up, go back, bye. Maybe look for a Baron skirmish later on.
Ooh.
That's so far a pretty good position. But that death sentence for the ages, that's going to be an easy kill. Holy lordy, Graves picks it up. And that was a great transition. So now making a 3-for-1. This Thresh having a very, very good performance. I see why this Graves is 11-1.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because this is the point that Grey Wolf was looking for. This was the tier stacking. They got it, and they're starting to get caught out. So that's kind of unfortunate. Let's see, Dragon's up, and Baron is still getting dewarded. It's going to be a massive issue for this team.
Ho 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 ho!
Dun, dun,
So,
dun, dun.
drawing behind. Sean Connery.
Sean
We should both
Connery.
start casting like Sean Connery.
I
That would
can.
just be awesome.
You can do Sean Connery. I'll try and do like Morgan Freeman.
Just say two on Spooner Street. No, I'm just kidding.
This is Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounded like Morgan Freeman. That Jimmy sounded a little bit like Morgan Freeman. That was a good impression. I will give you that. That was pretty dang awesome. Oh my goodness. Look at, it's like GV Vici Gaming is like winning the fights. They're winning the fights. They really are. They deserve to be winning the fights. But you still have that hope that Grey Wolf can come back with it, like if they play the fight right, they will win it.
Yeah.
But that feeling, it's like, that's the feeling I have. The feeling I have is if they play the fight right, they can win it as far as Grey Wolf is concerned. But that feeling is just rapidly deteriorating. How
Oh,
is
here
that
we go.
teleport already back up? Oh, wait, they have 2 teleports. Never mind.
Ezreal is
The fight's
down.
back. Rise going, and that's Lissandra already down. Look
Oh!
at all that damage. Look at all those blinking HP bars with the Shock Blast, True Shot Barrage. Thresh picks up the kill on a Kha'Zix. Janna on the run. You're probably not going to survive. Look at all those blinking HP bars. So far, it's a 1-for-0. Soon to be a 2-for-0. Maybe even a 4-for-0 if they can pick up those 2 kills, but the recalls are there. Janna's on the run. Janna, you're not going to make it out of here. Just accept your fate, little buddy. So it's going to end up 20-14.
Ooh.
Juking for days.
Oh god, put in the moves.
Oh no.
That was actually extremely close for Grey Wolf. Grey Wolf got shut down in that fight. Ezreal could have died. He got ulted by Lissandra. It was
Ezreal, is she?
both Ezreal and Chase, who are of course the main damage for that team other than Rise. But Rise is still looking to finish up his tier. I'm not sure where he's at that point. He should really, I don't know, I feel like he should be done, but I'm not judging, so.
30 minutes, 210 CS, 4, 6, and 6. He might need a little bit more to stack up that tier. We'll see. Dragon is up and alive and well and ready to go die. Crazy Wolf, or Grey Wolf. Crazy Wolf.
Crazy Wolf.
That's the second time I've done that tonight. They're going to get that Dragon quick and easy. Not even going to smite it. Got to save that for in case a Baron skirmish arises. Lissandra's in that bottom lane. They're not going to peek it. But if they do, that could be an easy pick. So,
Honestly,
gotta get back up to defend that Baron, though.
yeah, Crazy Wolf is a bit more of a natural naming scheme, in my opinion, than Grey Wolf. Grey Wolf is, I feel like it's a bit obvious. I just kind of assume that a wolf will be gray.
It reminds me of Greyhound Bus. That's Greyhound Bus. Oh no!
Ooh,
Oh
they tried
god!
for that
Well, he
pick.
got the nice jump off to save the day. That was awesome.
That's complete Baron control.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
complete. Well, it looks like they've got the coverage. Are they going to start it up, or are they just going to keep going for fights? It looks like Graves is going ham for it. This could be what seals the game and sends us to a game 3 because that bear is getting melted pretty fast.
Yeah, that Thresh is getting melted.
Or is he going to go for a steal, I wonder? Over the wall, Graves gets the bear, but the fight's still going to progress a little bit. He's going to sacrifice his life. Over the wall comes Lissandra. So he tried his best, but it didn't happen.
Ooh, the catch on Graves.
They're still going to run. Get the root double root, as a matter of fact. Pick up 1, pick up 2. Lissandra making the plays. Graves with the crit damage and the red buff. Look at all these deeps. It's just like deeps.
And deep
the buttery fish to bite.
This Graves has been phenomenal in this game. He's just been astounding.
MVP performance.
Yeah. He's basically not afraid to fight. And when I mean fight, I mean just go in and take damage. Because he has BT right now, and he's like, if anyone decides that they can trade against him, he'll crit them and lifesteal for 20% every time. So,
GG.
I can't wait to hear the GG button after this, but it's still a little bit too early, maybe.
Oh heck no. No GG button for this. We gotta wait till after game 3 because I'm not, I'm expecting a game 3, but I'm not gonna push it. It's like, anything can happen here. Vici Gaming could overstep their bounds and kill themselves, and that could end the game. But who's really picking that wants that to happen? Come on. Who wants that to happen and let it end at 2-0? But I'm fine with a game 3, I guess. So you got to slow play. You got to try all you can. But again, they have that late game composition that if they drag this out to 45 minutes, they might be able to pull it out of their behinds to win.
Yeah, I still believe in the Grey Wolf composition. They have such a strong comp. And finally, Rise finishes his tier. This is so good. This is such a strong... they should win a fight now. It's difficult to say, but I feel like now that's a massive power strike.
They're losing handily. They're just getting destroyed by 11, 13,000 gold. We're just he got his tier. They can win now.
But these fights have been so close, and honestly, it's been back and forth, and it's just been on the back of Rise having tier, but it hasn't been stacked. And now that he has that Seraph's Embrace, he maybe, I don't know, well, let's make some magic happen, man. What's that noise? Oh, it's just you and me. Still there, Betty? Okay, so I'll be alone for this one for a little while until my friend, my compadre, Tasty Nubbins comes on back. This is a good siege being put on here. I'm not so convinced on this. A split push should be optimal here. But they do have all 3 lanes pushing. Can they get... They don't want to dive this one, so... They'll be playing this a little far back. Lissandra is split pushing the top lane though, so that's always nice. Ooh, she is getting... Can she survive this? She should be able to. She has Zhonya's. Does she have a team with her? The team came a little bit too late. This is going to be quite an interesting fight. Let's see how this one turns out. They are diving though. The Graves is untouched. It's working handily in their favor. It's working handily in Vici. But Ezreal is still alive, but that will not mean much. Even though Lissandra got caught, it was still a perfect time for them to re-engage and get the kill on him. Let's see what we have here. Sorry for the inconvenience, friends. My buddy here, Tasty Nubbins, will be back. Tasty Nubbins. Just saying the word Tasty Nubbins is kind of, feels kind of weird. But I love Nick Yako, just rolls off the tongue. Got 2 turrets, and yep, there we go. GG. Let me just go into a game 3, buddy.
That was easy.
Alright, guys. That was really solid. Honestly, I'm a bit disappointed, mostly because I feel like even though the Rise was pretty far behind for the most part, he had a little... he was still keeping up in CS. and the comp was really well thought out, but at that point, it was just because of that one dragon fight. It snowballed heavily against them, and their comp just didn't work, even after they've built up their tiers. So, guys, thank you for staying in, and thank you for putting up with all these inconveniences. And we'll see you guys for Game 3.